You care what people think. I care what people think. We all care what people think. And those that say they don't care what people think care what people think the most. And it's all natural. We're humans. We're social creatures. It's how we survive. In evolutionary times, if you weren't part of a group, you were dead. It was simple as that. And I've heard somewhere that the reason that humans have such massive brains, I don't know if we have the biggest brains on the planet, but I know we've got the biggest like proportion of our brains to body. Like we've got massive brains. Okay, we've got massive brains, and a massive reason for that is that we're just using them to analyze social situations. Oh, if I wear this outfit, or what do people think I'm cool? People think I'm arrogant. What is it? Oh, if I walk this way, if I walk like this, will I look too cocky? Will I look whatever? Will I look like a creep? If I ask her out, she's gonna reject me, and then everyone's gonna see, and then everyone's gonna think I'm a creep and a weirdo, and then everyone will hate me, and then I'll die alone. And it's like, it sounds crazy when you say it out loud, but this is what this is the dialogue we go through in our heads basically on a daily basis. And it's, again, like I said, there's a reason for it, right? Like, this is how we survive. Like, social situations are how we survive as humans. And if you're a part of a group, you die, right? So how do you decide like whose opinions should matter, right? Like, again, I'm saying you shouldn't care about like, oh, I care what people think, so something's wrong with me. Absolutely not. Like, if you truly didn't care what someone thought, you'd be a psychopath. So caring about what people think it's natural. It's just about sorting out whose opinions matter and whose don't. So most people's opinions don't matter because most people don't even like themselves, right? And it's simply just a projection of them outward, right? But I think the more damning realization I've had about this is that when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to remember the people whose opinions crippled you and stop you from going out to achieve what you wanted to achieve. But you will remember that regret. You will always live with that regret of like not achieving what you wanted to achieve and becoming the person you wanted to become and letting other people's opinions affect you, right? And I think that's definitely one way you can determine if someone's opinion matters or not, right? It's 10 years from now, will I even know this person? A lot of people you won't even, like, literally 2 weeks from now, you won't even remember them, right? Like, and I think social media brings out like the worst in this, right? Like, online, someone will leave a comment, you don't even know who it is, right? It could be some flipping 14-year-old kid in living, I don't know, living somewhere in like Bulgaria or something, and they're just trolling you, right? Or it could be some 32-year-old like redditor with the neck beard who hates his life and thinks about killing himself every day and watches like the most messed up porn you could think about on the planet, and he just leaves a statement. And it's like, in real life, like, if you saw these people again, even in real life, you probably still would care if you didn't have like your lifestyle sorted. But just saying that I just said, like, for some 14-year-old kid trolling you, or some 32-year-old redditor, with a neck beard, like, if that was like in front of you, you kind of be like, bro, shut the hell up. You don't care, right? But on social media, like, that is brought out, and even in real life, again, I think that can extend to that. There are people who are just like, bro, like, you will interact with them once or twice. You probably won't even interact with them. Like, you'll just be walking around and someone gives you a look, right? And you think, oh, she definitely thinks I'm a creep, or this person definitely thinks, oh, they don't like me for this, or whatever it is. Like, you haven't even spoken to them. I mean, have you ever had those situations where, and I think I've noticed this a lot with women in general, like, before you see them, right? Like, you see them just around, like, say in the same vicinity or whatever, and you kind of think like they're like cold to you, or like they hate you or whatever. And then you speak to them and they're like lovely, like they're nice and everything. And it's just things. And just on a side note, one thing I realized about women, like, in that sense, is that I've realized that, like, a lot of, like, us as guys, what we don't realize is that, like, a lot of their interactions with men, and just when they're dealing with men, is like the first thing they're looking for is like, is he a creep or not, right? And they're just trying to determine that. And then once they know that, like, it's like, it's a, like, they're much nicer, right? Like, that's all it is, right? But things like that, like, you'll see that and you'll think, oh, duh, she hates me because I look like a creep, or whatever it is. You come up with all these things, and it's like, bro, just relax. You haven't even interacted with this person. But going back to the point I was making is that most people, like, they don't matter, bro. They truly don't matter. Like, you're not gonna remember them flipping 5 years from now, bro. but you let them like affect how you live your life. I think that's sad. And I think that's definitely one way you can determine whether someone's opinion matters or not. But the second one that I want to speak about is building a fortress around yourself, right? And I know in the 48 Laws of Power, one of them is like, don't build a fortress around yourself. And I think the wording here is, it's a bit different, right? Because when he was, well, it's this, what I mean is different to what he was speaking about, even though the words are the same, right? When he said don't build a fortress around yourself, he meant like, don't cut everyone off and just you shut everyone out. And because what happens then is that you cut out the flow of information, and when that happens, if you don't have information, then you're gonna die. You'll die basically, like you lose all your power. But in this case, I'm speaking about building a fortress around yourself with people, right? So I spoke about determining the people whose opinions don't matter. I want to speak about building a fortress around you of people whose opinions do matter, right? So, like I'm always speaking about building like your friend group and everything. Well, just picture this, right? Like I know definitely for me this is an ideal, right? You have your boys, right? You group of like there's six of you guys, right? Of like-minded guys who on self-improvement. You guys get after it in life. You're chasing things in life. You have a similar vision for life. Like you all want to have families and everything, and you're like-minded. Those are your boys, your brothers. You guys do everything together. You're gonna buy like a street. You're gonna get rich. You're gonna buy like a whole like dead end street, and you guys are gonna buy like houses there, and your families will live there, and you guys like have that nice community feel with like your boys. Like those are your boys, right? You've got your boys, right? You guys have your wives, right? You guys have families and everything, as I mentioned, and then you have your wife's extended family, and then you have your extended family, and just side note away again, it's so weird. Like at the age I'm at now, like I'm 21, right? Like I'm speaking about this with my sister, where it's like we're the family, right? Like my parents and then me and my siblings and I, right? But then when we start having kids, they're gonna be the extended family, and it's weird. But yeah, anyways, going back to what I was saying. You got your boys, you got your wives, you got the extended family, you got your extended family, right? That's kind of all you need, right? Like you've got what you need. Like that's first of all, that's a lot of people. Like just think about it. Like there's six of you guys, right? You've all got like your wives. That's 12 of you guys instantly. Then it's their extended family, and that can go crazy. 12 by like, bro, instantly like you're pushing. Altogether, you're like over 100 like of people like in a network of people that you like care about. But like those are the people that matter, right? Like have you ever been? I mean, you've probably definitely experienced this, right? You walk out, like you go out with your boys, right? You guys are just, I don't know, you're going out like at the beach or something or whatever it is. Like you're walking with your boys, but you instantly got this group confidence, bro. Like you don't care what anyone else thinks. You're speaking on the top of your voice. You're doing whatever it is that you want. Like you don't care because you got your boys by you, right? It's like a similar concept that I'm saying. So now you've got your boys. Like for that, you've got your wives. You got like your extended family and everything. Like you've got everyone whose opinions would ever matter, right? And presumably, they're going to be like good people, right? They're going to be good people that care about you. And if there's anyone within that group that doesn't care about you, then you cut them out. And then you've got your group of people. Again, they're people you care about that care about you, right? And if you do it right, again, like I spoke last on the last video about like there's certain people who like you can talk to all day, every day. Like you love being around them because you guys have like good conversations, good energy, and everything. And it's like you build yourself a life with like people like that, and you're surrounded with people like that. You're not gonna care about like other people. I'm sure you've had those conversations, like I said, with those people that you like, bro. Like say you're like at a function or whatever, and like your boys are there, or this is like one girl you want to speak to, or whatever it is. Like they're people you want to speak to, and like no one else like matters. You just want to sit and speak with them like all night because the conversations are good, right? So build yourself a life full of those people. And like again, I'm trying to think like I wouldn't really care about what other people think. Like I just mentioned the thing about like walking around with your boys. Like I'm just thinking if I've got that, my network that I've built, like the one I just explained to you, like I'm not gonna really care what other people think because the people who I'm trying to impress or who I care about, they're the ones within the group, right? So yeah, I don't know. That's my 2 steps to not caring what people think. First of all, determining like whose opinions don't matter, like people's opinions don't matter in general, and then two, building a fortress of people around yourself. But you guys let me know what you think of the topic in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe to join the Self Improvement Brotherhood, and until next time, I'll see you boys.